Yes, guys. So we're talking about such an important topic. So we're talking about company barber. So as I said, if this is your first time coming across this video, we are talking about types of barbers in Dubai and how you can maneuver through all those ones and how you can become one of those barbers. So first we have individual barber, we have a company barber, and we have a house call barber. So we're talking about a company barber. That is when someone has opened his own company and he has employed you to become a worker within it under him. So that's what we're talking about. So when you began this career, when you get a job that if someone employ you and you working in that company, the most important thing you have to put it in your mind is you are in that company for yourself. You are in that company for yourself. What type of self that I'm talking about? So you are in the company for your personal growth. You are in the company for for your enlightenment. You are in the company for your understanding about how life works. Because trust me, especially if you are now moving from your home country to get a job in Dubai, it's a whole new phase for you. It doesn't matter how long you've been working in Ghana. Trust me, it's a whole new phase for you, and you got to understand how things work properly before you get some happiness. It get a bit tough when you become a company barber because at that time you're going to work and depend on a salary. Yeah, sometimes, especially if you are coming from your home country straight up to the company. When they sponsor you. So when the company sponsor you, they bring you in from your home country and they set up a place for you here to work with them. They give you salary. At this point, one thing you're supposed to put it in your mind is you are not in that company to pile up money in your bank. It is not. Because you can get the money, but there is one person that is so important that you need to look after, and that is you. So when your company employ you, the salary is okay. If it is a bit high, it's okay. You can stay with it. But if it is low, one thing you're supposed to put it in your mind is you are not that beginning. That is not your problem. Yeah, let me put it like that. In the beginning of your company or in the beginning of your journey of being a company barber, the money isn't your problem. So some people begin and right from their beginning, they say the salary is too small and they begin to complain and they kind of seem like having an issue with their company or with their boss. I understand what I'm talking about. When you begin your career and if you really want to become a great barber, the salary isn't the issue. Yeah, the salary isn't the issue. What is the main issue is you. Because trust me, either you like it or not, you have so many aspects of you that you have to fix. You got to fix so many aspects of your personal life. Then that is the reason why you are in that company. So, because here is a foundation. If you ever going to become a great individual barber or a great household barber, this is your foundation. So, why you supposed to be careful about that side is you don't have to be thinking about the money too much over there. You don't have to be giving too much attention about the money when the company gets you new and working with you. If you do that, trust me, it's going to be difficult for you to survive on the journey. So from the beginning, the money isn't the issue. The main issue that you got to target when the company employ you is you, yourself. I'm talking about your attitude, more of your behaviors, and more of your life energy, how you carry yourself, and the knowledge that you need in the industry and about yourself. So this is the main purpose when you begin with working with a company. We are setting up a foundation here. That is why we coming through. We talking about you first. If you go and you focus on the money, you made a mistake. When I began, I remember different part of UAE that was around Fijera. My salary was 1,200 for the first month, and something happened, and I had to go to another company, and then I end up getting 600 dirhams as a salary per month, and I had no choice. And at that time, I don't know how to do, but boy, I got to endure. You know what I'm talking about? So if I had focused on the money and I've do so much complain, I wouldn't have been able to survive over there. Bro, we're talking about life experience. So the reason why you're going to survive and become a creator in this industry is You got to fix the foundation well when you are working with a company, because greatness is not built by money, it's built by attitude. If you want to become great, you need to build your foundation, your personal lifestyle. It's really important. You got to build that. So what we are talking about here is when you begin working with a company, you're supposed to fix yourself first. Fix yourself. So when you started depending on the salary that comes, you're going to have problem with your company. You're going to have problem with your boss, and later on you're going to even have problem with the colleagues around you. But that isn't the issue, because you are not fighting with them. Listen to what I'm talking about. You are not fighting with them. You know, most of the barbers are not happy in their company. I saw it and I've seen it. I've been in different companies and I know what I'm talking about. Most of the barbers are not happy with their company or with their boss, and most of the barbers still have issue with their colleagues. Now, what I want you to understand that it's not a right issue. Having issue with your boss isn't what you're supposed to be focused on. Having issue with your friends, your colleagues in the shop is not what you're supposed to focus on. The real thing is you. So, how should I put it? That is why I said when you begin working with a company, the most important aspect is fixing yourself, fixing your life. Because, for instance, me, where I was coming from, it was very difficult for me to be even be happy. It was so difficult for me to stay happy. Most of the barbers that I work with them can tell you what I'm talking about. I'm always calm, always quiet, and people think that is how I was, but it wasn't. It was a situation that built that in me. A situation, some experience that I had long time ago that built those personality within me. So then later on in my career, I realized that I think I have no problem with anybody but with me. I have no issue with no one but with me. That was when I was getting thrown back to my past life and my eyes was opening through knowledge. I was realizing a kind of experience that I've had and how it has deposited bad habits within me, causing me not even to stay happy. So I realized I got to face this loopholes, or else it might destroy me. So most of the barbers don't know how to be happy. This is what we're talking about. They don't know how to be happy, and they think the issue is with their colleagues in the shop or with their boss. It's not. They may think it is because of the salary. Trust me. See, it's not the salary. Maybe you don't know, but let me make it clear to you. It is not the salary. You are not having problem with your boss. You are not having problem with the main one that you are having issue with is yourself. Who? Your old self. Because it is about time that your old self supposed to be faced away. Long time. If that old self is not faced away, you're always going to have issue with people around you. And this is what you're supposed to pay attention to. You're trying to build a barbers community to become a great people, not just knowing how to do fade, but a people with a great personality. That is what we are trying to fix now. We're trying to build a barbers that comes around the seat with a great personality that represent his client and the community. So if you are not happy in your shop, one thing you're supposed to understand right now is that you don't have problem with your boss. You don't have problem with your company. Now that the colleagues around you don't have any problem with them. Most of your barbers think you're competing with your colleagues. You think you're competing. The real one you have issue is yourself, your old self. If you never fix your old habit, trust me, it will break you. It is going to destroy you. So it is better you find them earlier. And if you don't find it, will make you become dormant around here. And it will be difficult to jump from being a company barber to become a great individual barber that brings value to the company. At this time, you are not bringing any value to the company. Is being on his grind to bring you a client to cut them. So here you will support the company around maybe 30%, or let's say 20-30%, and the company is helping you over 100%. Because if not the company, nobody knows you, and you yourself has not built any brand to showcase yourself. And that is why here the company is helping you to bring you up. So your time of being with this company is a period where stands as a chance for you to shine. What if you don't know, when you begin to nag around and fighting with the barbers around you, fighting with your boss and thinking they are not good and think. No, trust me, it's not. The moment you fix yourself, every problem around you begin to fix. That's what we're talking about. So here, you're going to fix a bad habit. So now I was making myself. So I said, yeah, I had not been a happy person ever since I began being a company barber. I wasn't a happy person at all when I began being a company barber. So just like something shifted and I realized what was going on as a barber. That is why I had to teach this, because it is really tricky. And if you don't realize it's going to make you having issue with the people around you. But when you fix that, you trust me, life is going to be more understandable. You're going to have a great relationship with yourself and with the people around you. So we're talking about becoming a barber. Now remember, when you become a company barber, this is a new beginning that life has offered you. Then this is where you're going to stand tall to build a future that is going to accommodate your loved ones. So it is very important you stand strong and tall to build a great character, because before you spend 10, 20 years in this industry, bro, you ain't going to get time to focus on any other thing much. So this place is really becoming a core, not for only your career, but a core for your life, a core for your success as a professional barber. So you need to try your best and fix any loopholes within you. And this is what I realized, and it changed my understanding about life. And it opened door to many great understanding that is making a huge impact in my life. So if you really want to focus and learn, it's going to transform you. So now I was talking about me. I had not been a happy person when I began this company, being a company barber. Why? Because I remember a kind of trauma that I've gone through. Now, all my life, I remember the only age that I remember I was experienced a pure happiness and joy was when I was around 5 to 9, 10. Yeah, that was when I was experiencing a pure happiness, because at that time I was young and I don't know how much poverty around me. I didn't know anything. All that I need is I wake up in the morning and get me some food to eat. Then I go around and play football with the community people. That was it. And I remember those days there was a pure and a genuine love and happiness within my life. I remember that was when I experienced a huge happiness in my life. But growing up from then, when a lot of things happened and all that I've ever got since then supposed to come from me around 9, 10 years. Everything that I had ever got supposed to be produced and provided by me. So it has been jumping from one situation, one tough time to another tough time. So that was it till I began my barbering career in Ghana. So things was that rough and I wasn't a happy guy, because seems like my life was so tough to the extent that I don't know what I was doing. And I look around and seeing people thriving, my friends graduating and moving on, doing the amazing, but I couldn't do any, because I felt like I had no one to help me, support me. So I've been accommodating that negative thought around me, and it has deposited a huge, bad behavior, causing me not to be happy. So this was my story. So when I moved to Dubai, I wasn't a happy person. Those bosses that I've been with them could tell you what I'm talking about. They can tell you what I'm talking about. I wasn't happy. I was always quiet, dumb, and I wasn't a smart guy. Today I watch myself and trust me, I become so grateful for this transformation that I've given to myself. Bro, this is what I'm talking about. You got to be willing to gift yourself something that when you look yourself in, when you look into the mirror and you look at yourself, you feel like, no, man, I think I've come so far. I think I've done a great job within me. This is what you're supposed to be. Something supposed to be feeling to have. You got to gift yourself a great behavior. You got to gift yourself a great attitude, amazing attitude that will take you to the top. So, bro, remember, and I know most of the people coming from those background that I've been coming from or that I'm coming from had the same attitude that I'm having. I know most of the barbers are in the shop and they are not happy. So when I see a barber that is not happy, I know where it's coming from. When I see a barber that is having issue with company owners, or I know where it's coming from, because I was a prototype. When I see a barber having issue with his colleague, I know where it's coming from. It is all coming from inside. Bro, when the inside is fixed, everything around you begin to fix. And that is why when you become a company barber, the most important thing you got to focus on is fixing you. because it is a journey that has introduced you to, this introduced you into a journey that is leading you to your future self. That's why I'm saying that this is not just a foundation for your career, but a foundation for your life. So think about it, that the main one that you have an issue with is yourself. And you know one thing that is so funny, if life is ever a war, do you know who never wins? If life is a war, do you know who never wins? The one who never wins is the one who doesn't discover his opponent. And that is really tricky. So suppose, what should I say? Suppose yourself hit you and you turn back and you just hit anybody around you. You fighting a wrong battle. Yeah. Suppose your bad attitude hits you. Boom. Then you turn your back and you just see anybody left and right, and boom, you're hitting anyone around you. That is the whole mistake that we've been doing. So that deposited bad attitude within us begins to hit us once at a time. And you know what we do? When the bad habit hit us, we turn around and anybody we find, if it is your boss, you hate your boss. If it's your colleague, you hate your colleagues. And that is why you've been having problem with all the people around you. But do you know who is actually hating you? It is not them. It is not your boss, not your friends. It is you. Your bad habit is the one that has been hating you. So now today, I'm opening your eyes to that guy, which is the bad habit that has been hating you, so that you can hate him back. And this is the only way you can win this battle, even if if life is a battle. So when you realize the bad habit within you and you start attacking them instead of attacking people around you, that is where winning begins to show up. Bro, trust me, this is more like a magic. When a man realizes his bad behaviors, bad habits, and start fixing them, this is where winning start happening. So in this aspect, winning becomes like objects, earth, and gravity. So now, when you release an object in the space of gravity, there is no way it's going to suspend. It is never going to be suspended. When you release an object in the space of gravity, it's supposed to go down straight to the earth. It's supposed to go down. And this is where your winning becomes automatic. The moment you start fixing inside, the winning becomes automatic. You begin to see a proof that you are actually growing. The bad habit, laziness, bad habit, not loving around you, not loving people around you, bad habit, procrastination, bad habit. You know them. You know what is your problem. You know it. And that is what I'm talking about. So, bro, we are building a huge community of barbers that are going to understand life, not just understanding cutting hair, going to understand within themselves, not just cutting hair, not just standing around the seat is where you begin. But the journey doesn't end there. So think about it. So this education is going to help you. So make sure you follow and go to my YouTube and watch from the beginning, and you will get a greater understanding. So remember, at this point, the money isn't your issue. What is the main issue is find a way to build your find a way to kill your bad habit. Find a way to break all those bad habits, the laziness, the procrastinations, the anger. Find a way to break them all, or else the journey is going to be tough for you.